So if I were to just have big names or just go after, the sort of A or B list sort of conservative influencers, um, I was concerned that I would lose the authenticity of the show. And I want to be able to, I make an effort to have conversations that I feel are interesting, regardless of the status of the guest. That's one thing. And the second thing, and I don't know if you've had this experience, Ron, but I've actually made some great friends out of doing this podcast thing. Like Nikki Klein has become a close friend of mine. I talk to Matt Couch 3 or 4 times a week. And so the people that I've actually developed relationships with, it's been really sort of a life-changing experience in that sense. And I think for those reasons alone, that's enough to keep me doing this for years to come, as long as I don't get deplatformed.
I think you won't. I think you understand
I follow the rules. Yeah.
Well, nobody knows what following the rules means, but you know what the unwritten rules are. And
right.
And sometimes I'll use a phrase and people, oh, Ron, they're going to kill you for that. I can't believe you just, no, I really know what I'm doing. I know, because first of all, even though Twitter doesn't necessarily love me, and I spent years being shadow banned, but I do think that there's a certain amount of respect. Whoever it is who has my file knows that I'm using certain words in ways that should not be deemed offensive, and that other people might not get away with because they don't have the track record. But your point about making friends is so great. I mean, there are all these people who I followed for years, and Dan Kill is almost an extreme case. I don't know if he considers me a friend. Like I said, I fell in love with him. But guys who I knew a little bit, and we would maybe DM from time to time. But after a couple, like I've had Josh Hammer twice. We met in person once in between the 2 interviews, but you spend an hour, 45 minutes talking to someone literally face to face. It's every bit as much face to face it is in meat space, except there's no bad breath, right? And I don't know if you're wearing pants, but besides that, it's pretty much, and in fact, you're forcing yourself to have a conversation with the other person in a way that's a lot harder to do at a reception or a cocktail party or some event. So yeah, I mean, he and many other people like that I'm much closer and friendlier with now, and I've made completely new friends, people who I definitely would have never had any kind of relationship with before. So yeah, I mean, it is a